In today's gospel reading from Luke 14, we hear Jesus say, "When you are invited to a wedding banquet, go and take the lowest place, so that when the host comes to you, he may say, 'My friend, move up to a higher position.'" So appropriate for what I want to talk to you about today, and what I want to invite you to join me in doing. Jesus is teaching us to take the lowly place, to humble ourselves before the host, who has invited us to a great feast. When we do so, he comes to us, invites us then to take a higher place with him. Ultimately, when we humble ourselves before our heavenly host, Jesus Christ, in the blessed host, the blessed sacrament, we will indeed have the assurances of being called higher up into the heavenly banquet feast for all eternity. And who doesn't want that? I want to talk to you today about the Eucharist, but today specifically about Eucharistic adoration, exposition and adoration. What a blessing it is to live in a country where we have access at any given day to our Lord in such a real, intimate way in the Eucharist. Let alone here at Resurrection, we have access to our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament. Let me start with an illustration. An artist and his artwork. Imagine you visit an art gallery of an artist. He has many varied pieces of artwork, and he's known worldwide. The artwork is beautiful, inspiring, deeply moving. Looking at the artwork, you feel as if you know the artist, as if you are close to him. But do you know him? Are you close to him? No. The artwork is not the artist. Yes, the artwork does communicate something of the artist, but the artist and his work are not the same. One day, you have the chance to meet the artist. You spend time with him. You ask him about all of his works, how he created them, why he made them, what they mean. You strike up a relationship with him, get to know him, grow close to him. A real, authentic friendship develops between the two of you. Then through this relationship, you come to appreciate all the more the artwork of the artist. You understand it better. It is all the more meaningful and beautiful to you, and precisely because you now know the artist, not just his artwork. All of this makes sense, right? Well, what I've just described to you serves, I think, as an illustration for our relationship with God. And in a particular way, our relationship with him in creation and in the Eucharist, because they are not the same. Follow this. God is the artist. All of created world, like nature, like being out in nature, this is God's art gallery. Yes, you can sense something of God in his created things. We can be inspired by the beauty of nature, and that can bring certain feelings like peace. However, these created things of the divine artist are not the divine artist. They are not the creator. And we mustn't get them confused. Yet we are getting them confused. When we say things like, or we hear others say things like, "Hey, nature is my church." When I'm at the beach, mountains, woods, sports fields, golfing, biking, walking, running, in my backyard working, this is when I experience God. True, you are experiencing something of the Creator in and among his created works. But you are not encountering the fullness of the Godhead, of your Creator. No. To do this, you would actually need to meet the artist and then over time, spend time with him personally, and not just through mediated, created things. You would need to develop a friendship with him, get to know him in his personhood, listen to him, learn from him who he is, how he did all of this, why. And over the space and time and through personal encounters with him, you come to love him and experience the deeper realities of his love for you. This cannot and must not be substituted by mediated things. Knowing the artist through his artwork is not the same as knowing the artist. Knowing God through his created things is not the same as knowing God. In fact, as you grow in an intimate relationship with God, you will actually be able to know, love, and appreciate all of his created works better. And his works you would never allow to substitute for his person. Okay. This all makes sense, right? So how? How can we best meet God in this life? What is the purest, most powerful way that we can encounter him? Where? Where can we come to best know God in this life and draw closest to him more than any other place on this created world? The Eucharist. The Eucharist is Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. The Eucharist is the body, blood, soul, and divinity of the Son of God. There is no mediation, no created thing, no other location, no other experience that is more God in this life than to commune with him in Holy Communion. In the Eucharist, we experience the fullness of the person of God in this world. And Jesus knew this truth. And thus, he created his church and gave himself to us in the sacrament of the Eucharist, and then asked his church throughout the centuries to set him out before his people so that we can see him, so his people can have encounters with him. This is what parishes all around the United States and around the world now are doing again. As we place ourselves before him in Eucharistic adoration, we will not only come to know the Creator of all created things, we will learn all the more to appreciate all that God has given us in his creation, including we will come to know ourselves better as his sons and daughters, and know better what to do with the life that he has given us. We didn't create ourselves. He created us, and for a purpose. So here's Christ's invitation to you across the centuries. And my invitation to you now as your pastor: Eucharistic exposition and adoration. Eucharistic adoration is a unique opportunity in this life to simply spend time with the Creator of all created things, to get to know him, to come to listen to him, grow in love of him, and allow him to open your mind and your heart and your understanding to why you are in this world, what to do with your life, and what to do with all that is available to you in this life, and what not to do with it. Spending 1 hour each week with Jesus Christ in the Eucharist has the potential and power of completely changing your perspective on just about everything that is related to you in this life, and set your life on a trajectory that helps you become the person the divine artist created you to become. Wow. Wow. My invitation to you is to sign up for 1 hour each week to spend time with the God of all things, of everything, in Eucharistic adoration. After speaking to our new parish leadership team and our staff, and then our liturgy committee, and then our adoration team, here's the plan for our parish moving forward. Every Thursday at 5 a.m., we will expose our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament in our beautiful Reservation Chapel, placing him on the throne, because he is the King of the universe. Placing him on the throne in what's called a monstrance. It's an instrument, like a throne, that allows us to see the Blessed Host, to see the Eucharist, to see Jesus. We're asking you, our parishioners, then to sign up for a 1 hour time slot. At least 2 people for each time slot are necessary for each hour. We will close exposition of the Blessed Sacrament at 10 p.m. Once we have Thursdays of every week filled, we'll pick another day of the week and work to fill that day also. Ultimately, over time, our hope is to offer exposition of the Eucharist for adoration every day of the week in our Reservation Chapel. Additionally, we want to offer one Wednesday evening of each month for a communal Eucharistic adoration service. 1 hour of exposition, adoration, and benediction in here, our main church, with several priests present to offer the sacrament of reconciliation. Rather than just Father PC and I being here for 2.5 hours or 3 hours, it'll be 1 hour with several priests. And then with a blend of modern worship and praise music, and then traditional Eucharistic-centered music to fill our time of adoration. Eventually, we'd like to create and have present prayer teams for people who would also like others to pray with them and for them. Eucharistic exposition and adoration can become the power plant of a parish. I've seen it happen, and several of my brothers and priests throughout the United States are seeing it happen in their parishes. A power plant of a parish. The time that our adorers are spending in prayer with God in adoration is the stuff that will protect our parish, fuel the faith of the parish, keep us open and alive in the Spirit, and help so many other people in our parish navigate our troubling times in our lives and keep Christ as the center of our lives when we are tempted to worship every other thing but him, because everything is going so well. Why do I need him? We need adoration. The parish needs adoration. I need adoration. You and your families need adoration. Here's how you can sign up. Directly following the Mass in the gathering space, you can sign up for your Eucharistic Holy Hour. We have volunteers ready to sign you up. This Tuesday, if you can't wait in the line, you have to go somewhere. This Tuesday, we will send out a special weekly update email with a link so you can sign up online. Once we have Wednesdays filled, up and running, then we'll move to another day. Some common questions. What would I do to fill an entire hour of prayer before the Blessed Sacrament? Good question. There are literally thousands of resources on the web that give you suggestions, guides, and resources to easily fill up your holy hour. For those who don't know how to navigate the web, we will provide the resources. In fact, in the Reservation Chapel, there'll be a one-page, front and back, of all kinds of suggestions that you can do during the Holy Hour. And then I have a favorite website that I go to, and it's all electronic. So when you sign up, then we'll send it to you as a link. Then you can save it in an email or save it as an app on your phone. And not only does it have a ton of resources for you, like not just what to do, but then within each one of those points is another link on actually how to do it, to walk you through it. Number 2, what if I can't make a particular week? Not a problem. There is another person attending the hour with you. Just make sure he or she will be there, or get a substitute among your family or friends or your prayer group or your parish group. There'll also be a substitute list for you to contact a replacement, and we'll make all of that available to you. Number 3, do we close down adoration during major holidays or inclement weather? Yes. Number 4, when will my holy hour begin? As soon as we fill all the hours, then we'll start it and contact you. Please, 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 for God's sake, for our sake, for your sake, take 1 hour a week with God in Eucharistic exposition and adoration. It can, and I guarantee you it will, make all the difference in your life, the life of your loved ones, this parish, and its future.